Welcome back to Somethingforthatass podcast. I'm Brookelyn.
And I'm Lenna.
And today we are in segment 9, episode 1. And we're kind of dabbling back into what we just recapped and roasted, right? Recapped and roasted from our last segment 8. Like our choice of reels inspired this segment because they were mostly based around cheating. So this episode is about what is cheating, because everyone has a different
perception, definition,
and that's how you got to talk to your partner. Well, you guys got to figure that out in the beginning before, like,
for real. No, really, because that needs to be said.
Yeah, like, what do you think is cheating?
Like,
if I go out on a girls' night out, some men are so strict and possessive. It's like, oh, if you even go out with your homegirls, that's cheating. If I'm not there.
No, but
we're not a match.
No, really. And that's the beautiful thing about dating, is because you could decipher if you two are a match, and those are one of the important conversations you need to have before committing to one another. Where do you stand when it comes to your morals, what you think cheating is, and if you show respect, if you are generous, all those things need to be talked about and shown before, if you're willing to compromise, because once you get in a relationship, you got to show respect to the person in a way that they're going to receive. So you can't be acting brand new.
So you want to start? So we put it on our Instagrams. No one really talks to me on Instagram. They don't respond to me. They're like,
I'm done.
You're judgmental. You're a bitch. Fuck off. So she got some responses. We're going to go off of the responses she got. Because somebody, I think like the only response that I remember off the top of my head, it was like, anything that you couldn't do in front of your partner. Okay, it's good. Yeah. It's generic. I agree.
I got so many of those. So I made it an option since people are a little shy. And I get it, because if I could do some things anonymously, then I would. But I'm here not anonymously because I have a fucking purpose to talk shit to y'all. No. But
she's anonymous.
I know. Just wears a Hello Kitty mask from now on. Like, So a lot of people did anonymously put their answer in, and that was something that I got a lot, is if you're not okay with your partner doing it, then you don't do it. And also, if you do it, that is considered cheating. But that is so like a blanket statement.
Do you agree with that?
I wouldn't say I 100% agree with it, because I would say there is a line between disrespect and cheating. So I may not be okay with some of the things that you do, but I wouldn't decipher it as cheating. Like, oh, you went and
I can give a good example.
Yeah, give a good example.
Why I'm going to say I disagree with that is because I don't think talking to another, like, I'm a heterosexual woman, right? So I'm talking about strictly dating a man. So if I'm dating a man, I'm not going to consider him talking to another woman as cheating, right? Conversing with a woman, even maybe, like, please take what I'm saying with a grain of salt, but being a little flirtatious, enjoying the conversation, right? Enjoying the conversation he's having. I don't think that's cheating. But do I want you to do that in front of my face? Fuck no. Because then we're going to have a problem. Because I'm like, why are you having such a good time talking to someone while I'm right here? You know, it makes me look stupid. It makes me look crazy. Now, if you want to do that on your own time, you know, with a random, that might sound bad, but do you get what I'm saying? Like, I'm not tripping on that. You want to have a conversation with someone and you're enjoying it.
It's not like you guys are getting connected with each other or making a plan to have future lonesome activities where you two are doing what God knows fucking what. It's just like, oh, chopping it up and then goodbye.
Yeah, like
if you stay in contact, that's another thing.
That's a different thing.
That's a different thing. Like, you guys are getting invested into each other, and you shouldn't be getting invested in nobody else that is not me.
Yes, like you're crossing the line. The line is like, it's a very thin line. Learn to either stay behind it or like maybe just like a toe right on there. Like, okay, I'm like a little, you know.
Yeah.
But I know some women that are straight up like, oh, if they even talk to another girl, that's cheating. Okay. To me, that's insecure. I'm not, we're adults. We are human. There's going to be human interaction with the opposite sex. I used to work with a woman that would literally be like, her man couldn't even order food. If the server was a woman, she would order his food for him. And to me, that is batshit crazy. It's insecure. And there's just nothing more unattractive than someone being overly insecure. I understand having insecurities. We all have them, some more than others. But it's just not like a way to live where your man's like, oh, okay, like stress. It's too much stress. It's too much fucking stress. And I also wanted to clarify, like, one of the reels that I did, I was saying, you know, to get caught cheating with a woman like me, you're messy ass bitch. When I say I'm not going through phones looking for problems, that doesn't mean I'm looking the other way, right? I'm not ignoring something that's blatantly in front of me, but I'm not going out of my way to try to catch you in something, because if you are my man and you're telling me I'm going here with the guys and we're doing this, I'm going to take your word for it. I'm not going to be in a relationship with someone I can't take their word for, like whatever they're saying. It just doesn't make sense to me. And it doesn't make sense to me to be going through someone's phone and having to like sneak around while, oh, you fell asleep, I'm gonna go through your phone. That's not really how I like to get down. I like to get 8 hours of sleep. I like to be on my own phone in my own business. And I had like a lot of responses like, oh, I'm going through that phone. The truth is in that phone. Okay, if you feel like you have to do that, then you do that. But what I'm going to do is trust what my partner has to tell me, because I'm not even going to be involved with someone that I can't trust. Because if I can't trust you, I'm definitely not fucking you. And if I'm not fucking you, we don't even go together like that. So, because this coochie ain't for anyone but my man.
Right.
Straight the fuck up.
No, for real. Like, you guys just don't trust each other. That dynamic is bound to fall through. And bringing it back to the talking thing, someone had said it's cheating if you're talking to someone knowing that they're interested in you.
I disagree with that.
And I also disagree with that, because I have conversations with people and I have no intent of getting to know them more, going on a date with them or anything like that. It might just be for the moment to pass by, business, or straight up, I'm just like feeling unsafe, uncomfortable. I'm gonna keep it cute until I get out of here. But I was in a dynamic where it was very much like that. And it was from insecurity. Like, oh, if you talk to another person, you're cheating. And it stemmed from my partner starting that rule. So then I kind of felt in response, it would be unfair for me to live a certain way and then you don't get to live a certain way. But I definitely followed through on my end. It wasn't reciprocated. But it definitely is just not a peaceful way to live at all. And the next relationship I'm going to get in, I would not have that be an issue, because there are so many problems to be had. I don't want that to be one of them, because it's just unnecessary stress. You're going to talk to people, but it's about your intentions. Yeah. What are you trying to do?
That's why I feel like why I'm disagreeing on that is because I can't help how someone feels towards me, but if I have feelings towards them, then yes, that's disrespectful for talking to them. That's why I say, like, you can't help. I always say, like, you can't help how you go out and people like react to you and your presence, but you can deal with how you respond to that. If I know I like a man and I would want to like go further than whatever, I'm not going to entertain it, because that's fucked up to my partner. But if someone's into me, how can I control that? Especially too, being a woman and trying to like maneuver and get your own bread and stuff, you're realistically going to have to use your charm. You're going to have to use your appearance, and you're going to have to, like, obviously smarts, all that come with it. But sometimes you got to let a motherfucker feel like, okay, I'm not disgusted by you to get through some doors. That's just fucking real. At least in my reality, I've had to just not be like, ooh, motherfucker, like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it would take a strong man to even deal with us, period. But it would take a strong man also because you have to conceptualize what we deal with on a regular basis. Men are constantly trying to get at us. You have to be secure enough in yourself to know I fuck with you like that, and no matter what opportunity or person comes my way, like, I'm rocking with you. I decided to commit to you. So it doesn't matter like who else comes my way if we're already locked in like that. You have to be secure enough in yourself to know that that's when it comes back down to trust. Like, you have to trust me as well, that I'm not going to do anything behind your back.
And I just want to say 30 seconds ago, her phone just buzzed, and you have to trust that it was her phone buzzing and not her farting. Because I don't know if it picked up, but I just heard all this, and then I like kind of looked at you.
I think it's I have all my notifications off except for my vocab app because I try to learn new words. Oh, just kidding. It wasn't even that. Get anonymous messages because I had some people send me anonymous messages. So,
yeah, but. Yeah, I agree. It comes back to trust. And I can't help how people feel towards me. All I can do is keep it respectful on my end. And also, I'm going to say, I would say a man that expects you to fucking bark at another man when they try to get in your face and be on some, get the fuck out of my face, you're dusty as fuck. That man really doesn't give a fuck about you, because if your man is if your man is living in reality in today's world, he understands that if a man's trying to get at you, your best bet is probably not to tell him to fuck off, because it's a scary world and men don't take rejection lightly, right? You can't just reject a man these days and just walk away. Girls are getting punched in the face, they're getting followed, they're getting harassed. So plotted against. Your best bet is to politely reject and decline and say, I'm okay, thank you though, and walk away. A man that expects you to be like fuck off to another man when he's trying to get at you doesn't have your best interest, because at any given point you could tell the wrong man to fuck off and there goes your life.
No, really. And I feel it's at an all-time high where men are constantly like, oh, I don't want my girl friendly. Like, I like my girl real rude, real mean. But that comes with a lot. And that's not very feminine to begin with. And it's funny because it always comes from the motherfuckers that are the most friendly. Like, don't hold someone to a standard that you can't fulfill yourself. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
I don't like my girl friendly. You fucking trying to get a hug from everybody. Like, goodbye. This bit.
Yeah. Oh, speaking about that, we are actually working an event. We're working at this cannabis event the other day, and there was this couple, and the guy was straight up getting her, like asking for her Instagram in front of his girlfriend, and we were just looking at each other like,
no, yeah,
off,
it was so awkward.
And,
and then it turns out he already had been following me. I didn't follow him back, but I felt so creeped out. Especially too because I took a couple hits. So I was like,
yeah. And it wasn't on no like, oh yeah, I about it just was business work, like, but it was just weird because his girlfriend was just standing there. You could tell she was uncomfortable. But yeah,
the audacity.
Another so thing, speaking about cheating, another reel I wanted to bring up is that I said that if I find out a man's cheating on me, I'm just going, I said, if I find out a man's cheating on me and I'm not planning to leave, heavy on the not planning to leave, then I'm going to move accordingly, right? So many of you had an opinion on that. Fair, right? It's a public platform. You have your public opinions from your private accounts. Cool. So my thing is, I said if I wasn't going to leave the relationship, I'm a woman with no kids and I'm not married. If a man cheats on me, I have absolutely no reason to stay. Now, can I confidently say that if I were to be married to a man and had kids with him? I can't confidently say that. I will hope that I'm, strong enough and that in the position to leave and get up, but
it's a whole process.
When you
have kids and you're married and stuff, it's a way bigger process. Like, if you're just in a relationship, be happy that that's it, so that you can walk away.
Right. So being someone that doesn't have kids, is not married to anyone. Wait, that sounds fucking crazy. Okay, being someone that doesn't have kids and I'm not married, I have no valid reason to stay in a relationship with a man that's cheating. No. Now, if I were to be married and have kids, I can't just get up and leave so easily. I can still do it, but it's not going to be as easy. And that's why I said, if I'm getting cheated on and I'm not planning to leave, I'm going to move accordingly. Me being childless and husbandless, oh, I'm leaving. You cheated on me. We're still on honeymoon, basically. If we ain't got no real responsibilities, we don't live together, we don't have kids, why the fuck would I stay? I have no fucking reason to stay. But that went over your guys' head, per usual, as always. You guys are like, oh, that's how STDs get spread around. I'm sorry, are women the only people that can bring STDs home? And whoever said anyone was having unprotected sex? Whoever said that I was having unprotected sex with a man, let alone sex? I'm not even fucking no one, but who said that? Who? Not me. And if anyone's having raw sex with anyone, it's a man already in a relationship with someone. Like, the stories I've heard about men just so willingly wanting to have raw sex with women they don't know, just met, don't care about, have no connection with, is so fucking actually disgusting and scary. They think they have like Iron Man dick or something that's just like your dick is invincible to STDs.
Yeah, you guys will literally think that they could wash their dick off in the sink after having sex and it will erase all the bodily fluids that were exchanged. Like, that is not how it worked. The exchange happened when you were in each other, not in the sink. And I bet you a lot of men don't even wash their dick in the sink, but I do know that that is a thought that goes through their mind. Just because ours is in and yours is a thing that hangs out, that doesn't mean you're not susceptible.
Exactly.
You're actually the carrier, motherfucker. So you're just spreading it.
That was real bad. Yeah, and another thing is, every time I say something on the internet, because I always see comments being like, oh, this girl's always like, I, me. Yeah, because I'm literally talking about what the fuck I'm gonna do and how the fuck I'm gonna live my life and how the fuck I'm gonna navigate through this lifetime. So that's why I speak like that. And then you guys come in with your fucking opinions about what I should do or what I shouldn't do. And I'm like, how about you fucking do that? Because this is how I see it. I'm the type of woman, if I'm going to have a man's child, I want to have the option to work. I'm going to work because that's the type of woman I am. I want to have it for my own self-identity. I want to have stuff going on for myself. But I would never allow myself to get pregnant from a man that cannot make me a stay-at-home mother, right? Where I wouldn't have the luxury to be a stay-at-home mother. I would never lay down with a man because that's not the type of life I want. I don't want the type of life where I'm going to have a baby and then I'm expected to go back to work 6 weeks later. I know that, right? So because I know that and I know that's the type of life I want for myself, I will never put myself in a position, and they say never, but some things you should just really fucking never about. Yeah. I'm never going to put myself in a position with some dusty that can't take care of himself, let alone me and our child, right? So because I am set in stone on the type of lifestyle I want, and I get what I want out of life because I am disciplined and I'm intentional, I'm going to have my first with someone that can provide a lifestyle where I can stay home and take care of my child, right? Or our child, right? And then you guys, I'll say that. And then you guys just like, oh, no, you should do that. How about you talk about that with whatever the fuck you got going on, whoever you're changing bodily fluids with, that's your guys' business. This is mine, right? My coochie's my business. Who I have a child with, that's my business. And that's how I'm going to do things.
Yeah. And you guys are getting so upset at her for having high standards, but she is very smart, but she didn't come up with this certain type of lifestyle. This lifestyle is something that exists and it is something that's accessible. It's not her fault why you don't find yourself worthy of the same treatment. And how are you going to get what you want in life if you're constantly like and trying to make someone else feel bad for what they want? How about you figure out what you want and stick to the plan? And how are you going to do that? by saying no to the things that you don't want. You don't want a Dusty. You don't want a guy that's never gonna help you with your child. You don't want a guy that's never gonna open a door for you. You don't want a guy that's gonna try to get at your friend. You don't want these things, right? So say no to the people that move like that. It's that simple. You want to look a certain way, do things that would support you looking that way. You want a certain life, like that's all you got to do. Stop getting mad at the next person because you find yourself unworthy. That's all it is, and it's very telling.
Straight the fuck up. You are the creator of your own reality, and until you grasp that, like until you could really like embody that, you will always live a fucked up life, and you'll be blaming other people for how your life turned out because you're like, oh, this happened to me, life's unfair. No one fucking said life was fair, but you really are the creator of your own reality. Just how I will never be with a man that wants to go 50-50, because that's not the type of lifestyle I want to live with a man. I could literally just be by myself and take care of myself 100%.
Oh God.
I'm not going to put myself in a position where someone's going to tell me that I have to bring home X amount of money and do these things to be with them. Like, I will just be the fuck alone, right? But then that upsets you guys. Oh, well, you should want to help your partner. You should want to do this. Okay, how about, again, you do what's right for you and I'll do what's right for me. And it's not hard to find a man that is more than willing and happy to take care of financial responsibilities. Like I said, I'm always going to work for my own reasons and my own, like, I always want to have something to myself, my own identity and my own purpose in life. But I don't find it any type of amusing, appealing, or enticing. Is that a good word for that?
Yeah.
Maybe not. I don't find that appealing to me. I don't want to fucking, because I'm like a real, like the type of life I want to live, I want to be a real homemaker type of woman. I want to be, you know, making my baby's food from scratch. I want to be writing love notes on my husband's napkin when I pack his lunch for work. That's the type of life I want to live. So I'm going to be with someone that supports that type of lifestyle. I'm not going to be able to fucking make my baby's food from scratch and make him food from scratch and write love notes on the fucking napkins if I gotta go fucking get up, work, and bring home X amount of money. Okay,
like, get home and clean
and
then you're supposed to sit on some dick. Oh my God.
And you want to be taken care of sexually too. Like, if I have to bring home X amount of money every fucking month, I'm gonna be turned off and I'm not gonna want to have sex with you. That's how I feel. Those are my feelings, and my feelings are valid. So stop trying to change them.
No, for real. And the whole, oh, you're not going to help your man and stuff. Women are naturally giving. Women make a home. So it's not that she's not going to help. There is straight up women, though. They will take, not give you a fucking thing. But that is your own fault for being attracted to that. If she's being given the life she deserves, like, she is one of the most giving people I know. But you wouldn't know that on the internet because you just talking to your fucking... talking about your neck. Leave necklace. Sorry, that came out of a song. That came out things, but
oh my God.
No, but for real though. That's her fault. That came from a video that she showed me over and over, and I got stuck in my head. But yeah.
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
We're gonna show our podcast producer after.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just kind of feel like, fuck you guys and your fucking dumbass fucking opinions.
Here, put this where your middle finger goes. So that it's like extra long.
Yeah.
Suck on that.
No, for real. I get so like disturbed how men on the internet will get under the comment section and really try to convince you to accept less than what you deserve and what you want in life. It's like, first of all, who the fuck are you? And two, why the fuck are you on the internet? You're fucking literally like just
abomination.
It's not even like you have anything cool here on the internet. You're just like a fucking hater with like weird
bad vibes,
bad opinions. And everyone's entitled to an opinion, but not an ignorant one. Not an ignorant one that sucks dick. Yeah. Chodes, you know?
Just gets thrown in the trash.
Like, I'm just so over it.
Maybe laughed at before, discarded, but yeah.
I'll say, I don't want to go 50-50. They'll say, oh my God, you're so selfish. Oh, I want to push present. Oh, what's a push present? What's a push? Like, bro,
like, don't procreate if you don't know.
Field and start actually like replying to women that just would love to put up with your fucking mediocrity, right? Like, just do that. I don't
and it's
accept
not
that
our
over here.
fault if you do only talk to women that want that mediocre shit, and then come to find out there's no one there.
And literally, you can't sit and like all the energy as a man, you sit, cry, and complain about what a woman brings to the table and women should move like this and women are so materialistic, but you want women in that category. That is just so counterproductive, because while you're spending all that time fucking whining like a bitch, you could be in the field getting some bread, and then you could actually get the woman that you want to be with, instead of being with a woman you don't like, you don't respect, and you're not attracted to, but she's the only type of woman that would put up with your fucking low grade, low quality treatment.
Free her.
Free her, and free yourself. Like, also the women that get upset at me for having standards, talking about, oh girl, like, what happened to love? You do that and let that work out for you, right? Because love is just not enough to be with someone. Your feelings are gonna fucking change. So I'm not gonna love a motherfucker if I gotta struggle with him day in and day out, and our babies, like, I'm not gonna love a motherfucker that's okay with bringing a child into poverty. I'm not gonna respect you. I'm not gonna love you, and I'm not gonna be sexually attracted. There's gonna be nothing going on for us, right? If you just are a fucking anchor that brings us the fuck down. Okay, we could be a power couple, we could work together, we could whatever, and I'm all down for supporting a man's dreams. Like, you don't have to make X amount of money, but you got to have a fucking plan, so I could help you fucking get there. If you fucking want to be the fucking world's best, like, bodybuilder trainer, okay, let's figure out how to fucking get you 300 grams of protein in a day. I'm gonna figure it the fuck out, you know? Like, if you fucking want to fucking be a carpenter, okay, let's go find the best school that's affordable in our budget that you can do. Like I'll help. I will help. But you're not gonna just come up here broke, complaining, no fucking plan, and no fucking, like, ambition. I'm just not. I don't have the fucking energy for that. And I will never find it. Straight the fuck up.
No, yeah, honestly. And it's one thing, I feel like when you first start dating and you're young, you're just here for a good time. You're just experiencing. But once you get to a certain age, it is more than okay to have higher standard of what you expect from a man. Do you expect your man to have already figured that out, or at least be on a path? That's way more than reasonable. Like, in your late 20s, in your 30s, in your 40s, you should already be on that path to success, if not already there. So it's not too much to ask for. Like, of course, you could get help, and behind every great man is a great woman. Okay, but yeah, but just as fast as you could fall in love, you could fall out of love, and you choose who you do love. How you feel about someone and your attraction, you can't help that, unfortunately. But you can help who you fall for, because you're investing in them to get to that point. You can't just fall in love with someone like that. You barely spent any time, you don't know them. That takes investment of time and energy and experiences for you to build into falling for somebody. So again, that is also in your hands.
She told ya. She told ya.
And speaking of money, another thing that had been brought up a couple times, and I thought of weird scenarios. I was like, checkered, if it were to happen to me. Let me just say it. A couple girls were saying, like, oh, if a man spends money on another girl or gives a girl his money, that is considered cheating. And I would say,
yes.
Yeah. But here's the thing, right? So if it is an experience where we're going out to date and I'm with my sister and you pay for all of our food, that's not really me thinking, oh, you're spending money on my sister. Like, I actually
want you to.
I want you to, like, For example, the last person that I dated, I was in agreement in trying to get him to buy her presents for something that she had accomplished. And I also don't think that that is like spending money on a girl. When I think of, oh, you're spending money on a girl, you're buying her gifts, you're paying for her days off, you are taking her on trips, stuff like that, that is cheating. You're spending money on a girl like that, that is 100% cheating. But if you are treating the homegirl's friend to dinner when you guys are all out to eat, that's not cheating. Or, you know, there's a line, right? Mm-hmm. If you're just out on your own time trying to this happened to someone that we're close to, who's married. She had a problem. They have a very healthy relationship, but she had a problem with their husband at one point because he goes every day to his job and he works with the same people every day, and he would get like a coffee or something in the morning. One day he brought a coworker a coffee as well. And
I think who this is.
And it's a family member. And our family member was like, no, you're never getting that girl a cup of coffee again. And is a cup of coffee expensive? No, but it's the intention behind it. Why are you trying to brighten someone else's day when you already have a woman?
Yeah.
And that, in a nice gesture, like, oh, you don't have to go to the coffee shop today. Oh, I know what you might like. I know what you might like. Like, no, why do you know what fucking flavor creamer this bitch has? You know what I mean?
Like, yeah. No, because because that's like an individual. Because my ex, like for Valentine's Day at his work, I used to like tell him every single Valentine's Day that we were together at his work, bring every girl one rose. So he would do that.
Because, a lot of girls are not like that though.
But it's like, it's not an individual person getting a rose. I'm saying, you know, spread love to all the girls, because sometimes people don't ever get anything for Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day is my favorite holiday. So I would tell my ex-boyfriend every, you know, year on Valentine's Day, you should buy all your girl coworkers a rose. Everyone gets one. So I feel like that's cute. That's fair. And also, I'm the type of woman, when I'm with a man, I most definitely expect you to take care of my sister and my friends if we're out and about. There should be no reason that we're sitting at a table and you're not picking up the bill. And I know that is very controversial and people feel like, oh no, my man's only gonna pay for me. Okay, again, that's you, and I'm gonna date who I date, and they're gonna take care of my sister and my homegirls, because I feel like if I was a man, right, and you guys think I am, I would do that. I would do that. I just like, but that's just how.
That's some boss shit though. So I can't expect you all to be attracted to that, because you're not. But you wish you were.
You're not.
Like, yeah, I'm not. I'm definitely not gonna date a man again who would think a bill is a problem. And I definitely want a man to treat me and the people I love that are closest to me, because if we're all happy, I'm happy. If, you know, someone I love isn't happy, then
that's me. Cheap. And too, like, people don't realize, okay, say like I have a man and he pays for me and my sister to do something on our day off. It's like, yeah, you guys are always together. That makes sense to go send you off to do something together. And it's not only benefits me, but it benefits him, because I'm happy, my sister, we're all happy. Right. And it's like, you want me to hang out with my sister. You want to, if we're not in an official relationship, you want me to be spending time with my sister. You don't want me doing anything else. So it's a win-win for everybody.
He doesn't want her alone with the hood rats or her with some dudes.
Yeah. Then it's like, so
be with the big sis.
Okay, you guys know that one was a lie, but yeah, I just feel as if you're coming over to my place and you're bringing me food, you're definitely going to bring her food. If we're out to eat, I'm with her, what, she's going to pay her bill? We're going to split it of hers and then that's just not going to, I'm just not dating someone like that.
No, literally.
Straight the fuck up.
Literally, I'm going to go on a date, even if she's not there, and I'm going to be like, I want to get my sister something to go.
100%.
Even if you don't want to do it, it's just worth it to spare the awkward conversation.
Yes.
It's like, you didn't want to do that.
That's so embarrassing.
Yeah.
And even if you don't, like, that's not how you are, you want to avoid that.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
And yeah,
like, it shouldn't be a thing when the bill comes. And if it is a thing when the bill comes,
you're not ready to date.
You're not ready to date.
At least me. And a lot of girls will be like, oh no, my man don't gotta do that. Your man can't do that. First of all, your man's not even in a fucking position to do that. So you should probably not be in this fucking conversation entering yourself with a fucking stupid ass opinion like that.
Like, baby, get in your femininity.
Yeah.
Which is receiving.
It's receiving.
Men protect and provide. Women are nurturing and receivers and creators.
And a real man ain't even gonna bring it up in conversation because he's just gonna...
He know what it is.
Do it. Get to it.
Exactly. Like, you guys are so worried, but there are plenty fish in the sea that meet the criteria that needs to be met, and there is no drought.
And another thing I wanted to say about the other reel was, like, when I was saying, oh, people that have rosters, y'all scare me, and I was like really intense, and I was like, you need some fucking water. Which is common sense to me. When you're dating people, that doesn't mean you should be sleeping with the people you are dating, right?
Right.
Sleeping with someone, that is wifely duties, and you should save that for that special person. But more so what I meant by that was just, you shouldn't even want to spread yourself so thin that you need every moment of your life to be centered around a man, and you're just so, like, eager to give any free time you have to a man, where, you know, on your day off you probably got some fucking errands you need to run, there's probably some laundry you need to do, there's probably a lot of responsibilities that are being unattended because you are so wrapped up in being in a man's presence. I don't agree with that. I don't think necessarily in the dating world you should just date one person. I'm not saying that. If that's also not a bad option either, because how do you guys even find so many people to date, first of all? But yeah, don't like get up in the comments huffing and puffing talking about, oh, like you gotta like just go through them and this and that. Okay, yeah, but you should also just, as a fucking woman, should not take every offer that comes to you. If I were to take every offer that came to me, I couldn't. That, like, how high value is that when you just are down to spend your time with any and everyone? It's not.
It's not.
You gotta practice discernment. Not everyone is worth getting ready and going out to eat with and spending 2-3 hours of your time with. They're not. You better off taking those 2-3 hours to get your own shit together in your own personal life.
Amen, sister.
That's all I had to say about this episode.
Yeah, I feel like a roster could be beneficial only in a sense where you're not building the team up too high. You know, you just have maybe a couple people just so you don't fall super hard for the one, and you're keeping your option. Yes. Quality over quantity for sure, because yeah, you don't want to just fall for the first person you start dating. You don't. Keep your options open and
move smart. You're playing a man's game.
Move smart. Yeah. It's okay if you do end up falling for that one person, but just try to keep your options open and take it slow so that you know that there's longevity.
Mm-hmm.
And I told you guys, well, I don't know if I told you guys, but she was like, we'll see on the next episode. I will say I wasn't completely honest in saying like, oh, I'm done with my dating life. Why that happened, and I'm not going to be.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not going to be fully honest with you guys, but I am going to say it didn't just come at a random pure place. Like, I'm just going to take a break. Life got fucking serious. Shit went down, you know, and I had time to reflect. And that's where it led me to decide that. And now that I'm in a less emotional state and a little tiny time went by, I will say I'm not like, oh, so closed off to dating. But I do still want to take a little break, like definitely longer than this 2 breaks. I mean, 2 weeks.
She's taking a season for herself.
Yeah, taking a season for myself just to like see what it do, okay? Like, but I will say once I am open to dating again, it won't be such an energy where I'm super open. It's just like if anything comes along because it's meant to be and it makes sense, then I will go on a date. But I'm not going to just go on a date because I find you attractive. I'm not going to just go on a date because you offer me something. I'm not going to just go on a date with you just for the fuck of it. I'm not. Like, it has to make so much more sense than just those 3 reasons. Therefore, I have found peace in not having a love life right now, and that's crazy. But she wants to make like little positive changes because I want to evolve to where I would be a good partner to have, and I feel like I already am, but there's always room for improvement. So I want to be the best for you, Zaddy. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Like, you could still put me in my place, but like I'll try to not be so problematic.
No promises.
No promises.
Anything else?
I think
that's a good way to end it.
Yeah.
So if you stayed to the end, then you got the update. Congratulations to you.
And congratulations to the Dodgers.
Oh, yeah. Go Dodgers.
We're doing a little Cali representation on this episode, okay?
And honestly, I'm going to say this one last thing before we go. If you're fucking from California and you're from LA or you're just fucking like, here from California, right? Dodgers and Lakers, those should be your fucking teams. I'm tired of you guys trying to be so fucking different. So like, oh, I'm edgy, I'm cool, I'm going for this, I'm going for that. No, you need a fucking rep where you're fucking at or go where the fuck you want to be repping. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, over here heartbroken about the fuck. Who are they playing? Yankees?
Yeah.
Hey, are you from New York? Like, okay, go move there then. If that's how you feel.
If you want to move into an AirPod case, then be our guest. Like, we're overpopulated over here as well.
People are like, oh, who's your team? Who's your basketball team? Where are we right now?
And this is coming from
Lakers, bitch. Lakers.
This is coming from someone who had a bad experience at a Dodgers game.
And I'm going to actually tell that on our mukbang right now. I actually have the most traumatizing story.
And she's still representing, okay?
And I still say
it had nothing to do with the Dodgers, but it was at the Dodger Stadium. It was. And she's still repping, so no excuses.
Okay, then.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Thank you.